Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, coming again today, you're very, very welcome. I trust you enjoyed my last video on Icehouse and the Great Southern Land. Well, we're going to continue on with this band that was formed in Sydney in 1977, Ivor Davis being the main creative force behind this group. And we looked at his first four albums last time. We're going to continue on and look at the rest of the albums today. Now, around that 1985 period, all the big albums were coming out. Bon Jovi had their big one, Europe. So many big bands have so many albums around this time. And it was in 1987, Ivor Davis thought, well, I better do something. And out came the album, Man of Colours. Now, this album was absolutely massive. This album had 5 singles in the top 30. This album stayed at the #1 spot for 11 weeks. It's estimated to have sold around 700,000 copies. So it's one of the highest selling albums in Australia of all time. Now, I was very, very fortunate to see Ivor Davis and Icehouse touring with this album. And I've still got very fond memories of how amazing that concert absolutely was. Including the opening track, was the song that he started the concert with. I remember him, a spotlight, just him playing the oboe, which, as I said last time, he can play. If you can bring an oboe into rock, you're doing really, really well. And this song, Man of Colours, if I remember rightly, he had a coloured kind of coat on as well. And Man of Colours is absolutely hauntingly beautiful. And what I've got below is I've got the official clip on this one. The story goes, we've got Ivor Davis, a younger version of himself, and then we've got the older version of himself. Please look at the hair. It's very, very similar in both cases. This is a song all about memories. This song is all about through an artistic studio, an artist's view of life, the various colours that we are, that make us who we are, the greys, the darks, the yellows, the greens, the blues, all of those colours in between those colours. We are complex human beings and our lives are full of different colours. Now, first of all, we think about the colours of spring, the yellows, the greens, the blues, the purples. You know, those times of life when life is really, really good and it's colourful and beautiful, or you may find yourself coming back to that time again later in life. We then got the winter times. That's when the leaves leave the trees. There's no shade. We're a little bit more exposed and we're a little bit more, I suppose, battered. We think about the blues and the greys in those particular seasons. Winter is often when the rains come. Rains that will sustain us through the next seasons of our life. But we look back in the winter times of our life sometimes with a little bit of sadness, a little bit of, oh God, what was I thinking back then? But there's also often the times when we learn a lot about who we are as individuals, because it's when things aren't going quite so well that we learn the most about ourselves. How can we stand up? What can we do to get through this time? So there are those winter periods of our lives. We then got the summer periods of life. What colours do we associate with summer? Well, the leaves are out in the trees, so there's green. We think about the yellow sun. We think about the blue sky. We think about those things in summer. We think about the floral dresses and the bright colours that we wear. In Adelaide, in Australia, we had the Melbourne Cup, and we certainly everyone wears their hats, or as I've discovered later, fascinators. It's not really a hat; it's more of a thing that just gets stuck on the head. Called a fascinator. Who would have thought? So the summer period, life is free and a bit easy. We look back on those earlier times of life, our teenage years, with the summer periods. Then we get to the autumn years, and they're the years when we look back and all think, has it all been worthwhile? We think about the browns, the yellows, the greens, the gold. But how beautiful are leaves when they fall on the ground. Just blankets of leaves. And this is the legacy that we leave the world behind us, because when we get to around about my age, I suppose, we start to think about our legacy a little bit more and whether we've made a difference in this world or not. I think I can honestly say for myself that I have. and we're over 510 videos in this series now. This channel will never go down. So, well, unless YouTube stops. But it's a bit of, we think about what difference we've made in this world. Difference we've made to those in the winter periods, in the summer periods, and the spring periods. We contribute to all facets of life and as we go through our own periods of life. And I know for me, one of my big wishes right now is that I live a life with no regrets. And I think I can honestly say, as I'm looking back now, I'm looking forward a little bit even, that perhaps that might be the case. So it's pretty good to see that perhaps autumn years could be good ones, I'm thinking. So there's a beautifully shot clip, this one. It's all about memories, thinking back. Obviously dancing's a big part of any memory, the dancing with a special somebody. That, we think, well, that was love in my life. Absolutely amazing. Good to be able to reflect back on the good times, on all of the times that we've lived. So such a stunning song by Iva Davies and Icehouse, Man of Colours. So great to see the song done live as well. We also got one of the big hits off Man of Colours album, Crazy. You have to be crazy, baby, to love a man like me. I mashed a song for Iva Davies, one of his worldwide hits. And then we've also got My Obsession. We've got a kind of a studio version of that one. Move forward to 1989, a bit of a compilation album, Great Southern Land. Again, paying tribute to is probably one of his most iconic songs. And a song off that album, Touch the Fire, studio version of that one. Then go forward to 1990, Code Blue. And we've got the song Big Fun, and one of the lines of that is, are we having fun yet? I think he's having a little bit of a dig at fun and how carried away we can actually get. And so we've got a live version of Big Fun. Move forward to 1993, the album Big Wheel, and we've got the song Invisible People. There are people that are invisible, they just always seem to sneak under the radar, no matter how hard they try. It's good to see Iva Davies giving those guys a little bit more of a go today. So I've got an official clip of that one below. Since that time, there's been a few re-releases. A few other people have done some of Iva's songs. He's been involved in a few other collaborations around the place and compilations. They came out in 2011, White Heat, 30 hits. So the great thing about this collection, which I actually have, we've got 30 songs on CD, and then we've got 30 songs on DVD, all the video clips as well. So it's pretty cool to get that collection, an absolute snapshot of Australian rock music history right there. Between 1980 and 1993, 7 studio albums, 3 live albums, 7 compilation albums, 3 video albums, 31 music videos, 2 EPs, 41 singles, 1 soundtrack, estimated to have sold around 3 million albums in Australia. Of course, Man of Colours had sold 700,000 copies of that, 9 million internationally. So one of the biggest influential acts worldwide that Australia's ever seen. So that's why we needed to give this guy a bit of a go today. He's received 2 ARIA Awards amongst a few nominations and an APRA Award. And he's also been inducted, Icehouse have also been inducted into the ARIA Hall of Fame. And I've included a bit of a summary video of that induction, just a bit of a summary of Icehouse's career, a few of the little bits I may have missed. So, if you've come back for another one, or this is your first time to Life Reflections through Music, I trust this has all been encouragement for you today. How great to see everybody here. The links to those 7 videos are in the description below. And I've also included my last video from Icehouse Part 1. So if you want to recap on the whole thing again, feel free. Well, thanks for everyone for being here. How great to see you all here. That's it for today. Next time we're going to go on to band Idle Cure. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.